My name is Dennis Perrine. I'm from Warner Robins, Georgia, where I've been married to my lovely wife for 35 years, and we was high school sweethearts. I was attending my annual physical, and when the doctor went over the lab work, they discovered that my PSA score was high. Normal PSA score for a man my age is 0 to 4, and my PSA score came back as a 9. So at that time, I knew something was wrong.
Nobody wants to hear that their loved one has cancer.
The cause of the PSA score fluctuating was due to cancerous cells, prostate cancer. It became apparent to me that the best care would be at Emory, and one of the major concerns being approximately 115 miles away from my residence. It could be 2 hours and 45 minutes one way. We were concerned with the cost of lodging.
So it's really important to have a place like the Hope Lodge that's free and accessible for patients that are coming to Atlanta for treatment and may live many hours away. And so to be able to have a place like that oftentimes makes the difference between them being able to get the care that they need and not being able to do it.
What they offer here at the Hope Lodge is as important as the care from the doctor. Your mental state, as well as your physical state and your spiritual state, is key in recovery. When they assigned us our room, the room number was room 316, and immediately John 3:16 from the Bible jumped out at us. In that, we knew that God was in the midst.
I think most patients, when they come for their treatment and check into the Hope Lodge, they have no idea what to expect. But what they find is they find a really welcoming, supportive environment with other people like them, with a lot of the amenities that make it like a home.
We are from Uvalde, Georgia. It is a very tiny town that would be located between Savannah and Macon. So Carmen was our baby. All she wanted to do was just be a nurse. Carmen first received cancer diagnosis in 2019. She relapsed, and that began our journey, which led us here to Hope Lodge of Atlanta. We were planning to go do some wedding shopping. When the doctor came in the room, she and I both immediately just began to cry. And he said, "Well, there is something in your lung." Needless to say, we didn't go shopping. We walked out of the building and she said, "Mama, go home, go straight home." We knew. Our doctor had told us that if this ever came back, it would come back very aggressively. We realized what we were facing. We had talked some on the way, of course, but very little. It was a very quiet ride. But I looked at Carmen and I just said, "Listen, we got to make a promise." And she just looked at me. I said, "Carmen, you got to promise that you'll fight. You're going to fight really hard." And she said, "Mama, I promise I'm going to fight." I said, "Well, I promise you I'm going to fight too." We discovered that what would be left for her would be treatment, which would consist of chemo, radiation, and immunotherapy all at the same time. While Carmen relapsed, we also discovered that her dad had mantle cell lymphoma, which was an incurable non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. We ended up being able to use the Hope Lodge for both of them.
We're 200 miles or so to try to get back home, and that would be excruciating physically and mentally.
Hope Lodge saved us.
But being here and having support from people, that can provide it is very meaningful.
The staff here, they were nothing short of amazing. We felt like they were our family.
A gift for the Hope Lodge is a gift for patients. This is really about human beings facing the worst thing that they've ever dealt with in their life, almost across the board. And the Hope Lodge is a gift that you can give to them.
I don't think that there's anything that you can invest in that is more important than this.